Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to today's reading lesson. We are going to be talking about the scarecrow again, and we're going to be looking at some words that we might know and figuring out ways to define them or figure out their meaning. But before we get started with that, let's go ahead and go over this week's sight words one last time. One last time. This is the word. What word is that? That word is G-I-V-E, give, right? Like you're giving a gift. Give. Good. What word is this? That word is M-O-S-T, most, like you're the most proud. Most. What word is this? That's right. That word is V-E-R-Y, very cold. Ugh, ugh. Very. This word is very. And what word is this? This is our last word. That's right. It's A-F-T-E-R, after. Like you're running after someone, right? All righty. So that's right. That word is after. Lovely job. All right. Our I can statement is I can ask and answer questions to determine the meaning of words and phrases in a text. Sorry, my A kind of got erased, but we're going to be looking at unknown words and phrases in a text. So instead of rereading the whole story, I'm going to go over the words that we're going to be looking at and trying to figure out their meaning. So I'm going to turn to a couple of those specific pages, and we're going to go over them together, and then we're going to do our seesaw activity together, actually. So just so you know what to do. Okay. So I'm going to read a couple pages before, just to kind of help you kind of determine that meaning. So the word we're looking for first is the word sags. So he dips then soars and caws out loud. Scarecrow cheers, pleased and proud. But as he watches, Scarecrow knows that he must stay and Crow must go. Summer sunshine, autumn chill, snowflakes make it colder still. No one visits, no one cares. Scarecrow sags alone and stares. So there's that word sags. He sags alone, okay? So he sags alone. He sags alone. He sags alone. Broken heart and broken pole. Nothing fills the empty hole. Where's his empty hole? It's in his heart, right? Yeah, because he's sad. He sags alone. Look at him. He is sagging. So what could we say that sags means? So maybe that he's sinking or bending over, right? He's sinking or bending over. All right. The next word we're looking for is the word brimming. Then something drops from midair. A large black crow standing there. He's still kind of sagging a little bit. Scarecrow's arms are open wide. Crow spreads his wings and swoops inside. Joyful hearts and brimming hole. A friend will mend a broken pole. and he will spruce up matted hay, and he will say, I'm here to stay. So he helped, his hole was brimming. So the scarecrow's hole was brimming. So when he returned, what does brimming mean? What does brimming mean? So it was empty. His heart was empty, right? He had a hole in his heart. It was empty. And then when Crow returned, he had a brimming hole. It started to get full again, right? Because he was so excited that his friend was there to stay. So we're actually going to go over, those are the two words that are in your seesaw activity. We're going to go over them together, okay? Because this is a little bit of a tricky concept. It's to figure out those kind of unknown words or phrases that we don't always know in a text. Okay, so our first word is sags. And what was it that we kind of said that the word sags meant? We said that it means to sink, right? Bend or droop, right? So remember the scarecrow, he was sinking. And this doesn't have to be complete sentence, this definition. So it's kind of in your own words, to sink, bend, or droop over, right? He was all sad. He bent over. He was sagging. Then it says to use this word in a sentence. And then we could use what was actually in the book, but I'd love for you to come up with your own sentence. So I'm going to say the scarecrow sags because he is sad. But you could have also said the scarecrow sags because he broke his pole, right? So any of those could have worked. The scarecrow sags because he is sad. Now, an illustration that I would draw. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so I would maybe draw like this is the scarecrow bent over. Those are his pants. Arm, okay, pants. Here's his head. Oop, let's redo his head. I know illustrations can be hard on Seesaw, so just do your best that you can, okay? And that's his nose. Okay, so this is him sagging over with his broken pole. So the scarecrow sags because he is sad, but you could also say that the scarecrow sags because of his broken pole, right? Or you could make up a different sentence like, sometimes I sag when I am sad, or I don't, anything like that. So you can make up your own sentence with the word sag. Okay, next word. This is the word brimming. Now remember what brimming meant. First, he had an empty hole, and then brimming, it was his heart, his hole in his heart was brimming. So it means to be very full, or almost in a sense like overflowing. So his heart was brimming, it was overflowing. I'm actually going to put that on here too. Be very full or overflowing, because it was overflowing with love and just for his friend. He absolutely loves his friend. So a sentence that I could write is I could say, when the crow returned, the scarecrow's hole in his heart was brimming, right? So brimming with love. So it was like overflowing with love. I know that's a complex sentence. You could say something like that when I'm sad and upset and my mom gives me a hug, my heart is brimming with happiness. So that is something else you could say. You could do it something related to you, kind of like the word sags. And then for brimming, I would say, I'm going to draw a picture of just kind of the scarecrow's head, and then maybe draw like some of his body, and then put a heart but this heart, let me make that heart a little bigger so we can see it better. You can always use a shape tool too, but it's empty, it's broken, right? But, okay, whenever the crow returns, okay, that's a crow. Doesn't quite look like it, but that's okay. Whenever the crow returns, this is how the scarecrow is now. So, and then his big heart. And I would probably color it in, right? Color it in with red. It's full. It's bursting with love, right? It's overflowing. He's so excited that the crow has returned to stay. So again, this is what I would do for the word sags, and this is what I would do for the word brimming. If you need to, come back when I do this in the lesson. Come back to the lesson, pause the lesson, and look at how I did the Frayer model or the understanding of those words for both the words sags and brimming, and it can help you with your seesaw activity. So thank you so much for joining me today, boys and girls. I absolutely love the book Scarecrow, so if you can, go ahead, go out and get this book because it's a wonderful book. It really teaches about, friendship and kind of the season of fall and the importance of, even though if you're different or something like that, it teaches you about kindness and respect and being a great friend. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me today, boys and girls. I'll see you next time. Bye.